mom of 7, and I'm 33.
Okay.
With being a mom of 7, do you think that a woman of multiple children is still capable of finding someone?
You want to know the real reason why dating nowadays seems like pulling teeth? It seems like the most hardest, stressful thing in the world. The men are poor. Yeah, the men are broke.
Now, men are broke. Men have no money. Men have no resources. Now, we are resorting to name calling because women don't get their way. And since women don't get their way, all of a sudden, men are broke. Men have nothing. Men cannot afford to take you out on dates. Really? See who gets this week's Stomp Award. Coming up next. Thanks for watching Rewind, my new online digital platform. Let's get right to the chase. We have a sister on here who says men are broke. We have a sister on here who evidently wants to go on a date, wants to go out with men, but maybe she don't get her way in terms of dating. Maybe she doesn't get her way because the places she want to go to, men cannot afford it. Black men cannot afford it. So therefore, she goes on a tirade, a rant, saying that black men are broke. Now you have this sister who's going on a rant, looking like a broke-ass Patti LaBelle. Let's give it up for Patti LaBelle, singer-songwriter, extraordinaire, producer, businesswoman. Get up to Patty. Now you have this woman looking like a broke-ass Patti LaBelle telling men that men are broke. She's also making a comment that men cannot afford to take out on dates. Now let's look at Patty. When you look at Patty, you can tell she's done to the nine. She's all dialed up. Her hair did, looking like Storm. So she's like a mix between Patti LaBelle and the Marvel comic Storm. I mean, look at her. But I'm digging the hairstyle. The hair is nice. The hair is nice. All dialed up. The clothes that she has on. So evidently, Patty was supposed to go on the date. And maybe where she was supposed to go on this date, wherever this man was going to take her, maybe she felt she was too good to go out to this place. This place could have been Chuck E. Cheese. Or this place could have been the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, she probably was going to go out to the Cheesecake Factory, but she probably felt she was too good to go to these places. So therefore, making a rant that men are broke. And more than likely, she's talking about black men because she is a black female. Men are broke. You can't afford to take her out. So what happened was a man was going to take her out. She got all dressed up, and the man stood up. The man stood her up. Why? Because she felt that she was too good and men have no money. Men don't have any capital, according to her. So therefore, instead of taking off her clothes, putting on jeans or whatever she wears around the house, wiping the makeup off, she decides to keep everything on and make a video bashing black men, that black men are broke. Now she's saying that men cannot afford $40, $50 to take her to the movies. Now, if men are broke, and for the most part, still men date women, I mean, you have it other ways also. I'm not going to get into that right now. But for the most part, men still date women. So if men are broke and men are not going out on dates, that means that you are not going out on dates. So therefore, you have your outfit, your makeup, your hair, everything done to the nines, and you're staying inside your home because you have no place to go. And the reason why you have no place to go, because men are broke. And since men, according to you, are not going out, guess who else is not going out? Put on your thinking caps. Put it on real tight. Some of you women got to put it on tighter than others. If men are not going out, and men, for the most part, are still asking women out, because for the most part, men are still dating women. So if men are not going out, women are not going out. And women are pissed.
They don't have it. See, back in the day, because we live under the patriarchy, especially here in America, a man assumed the entire financial risk of dating. And it worked back in the day because men had disposable income. Now, capitalism is crushing all of us. The men don't have disposable income. So they can't even afford to spend, $40, $50 at the movie with a woman unless they feel like they're 200% sure that it's going to work out. But the reality is you can never be 200% sure without dating that person. Like, they're trying to skip steps.
You also made a strong argument, and the argument was that a lot of men are not going out with these women or going out on dinner, spending lots and lots of money on these dinner dates with women, because a lot of these men are not 200% sure if the date is going to work out. And you made a comment, how do you know that you're not 200% compatible or 200% that you're going to like the person unless you take the person out? But the problem with you modern women today is that sometimes you know this guy is not for you. You know right off the bat, but you still want a free meal anyway. So men are spending $200, $300, $400 and upwards of that, taking you out, and you don't even see them again. And sometimes you say that men are going to take me out, spend all this money because he wants something in return. But a lot of times there's no return because there's no second date. A lot of times there's no return because you know from Jump Street, right off the jump, that he wasn't for you. But you still went out with him anyway. And you got a free meal. There's a video circulating that's going viral with this woman who went on a date every day, a dinner date every day. And she did not spend groceries for 2 years because she got a free meal every single day. Now, if you have a free meal every single day and you're dating different men every single day, you know that these men won't right for you. You know that. So men are hip to the game. Men are realizing that what women are doing. That's why I said before, your first date should be a coffee date. That way you can find out right off the bat if this person is for you or if this person is not for you. Women, go out on coffee dates. That way you can find out this man is for you and this man is not for you. That way you're going to spend $200 on a woman that has no decorum, on a woman that uses foul language, on a woman that's masculine, on a woman that has no eating habits. Women don't know how to go out and act right in public anyway. Because you don't know. A lot of you don't know how to act out or act right in public anyway. So therefore, that's why I tell men, go on coffee dates. Go on an inexpensive date. That way you know if that person is right for you or not. But according to this woman, men can even afford coffee dates because men are broke.
They're trying to skip steps instead of just acknowledging the fact that they're broke. The average man is truly being priced out of dating. But the thing about men is that men very seldom want to do the work to improve their chances of finding a happy, healthy relationship that meets their standards, right? They don't want to get better jobs or maybe another job. Capitalism killing all of us. They don't want to reevaluate what's important to them in a woman. They don't want to get a personality. Read a fucking book. Read a book. Have something to talk about when you're talking to women. The men don't have anything to talk about.
Now she's saying that it's the man's fault. It's the man's fault that you are not dating. It's the man's fault that you got all dialed up and you're home alone by yourself. You know what? Why don't you just make it a Netflix night? Netflix. Just stay home by yourself. I don't know if you have kids. I didn't hear any kids in the background. You didn't mention if you have any kids. But say for argument's sake you do have a kid. You and your kid can have a Netflix moment. You can stay home and watch a movie like Home Alone. If you don't have any kids and you are home alone, it's right for the making. You know what I'm saying? It's par for the course, as they say. Because you're alone. You sit in your house and with the four walls because, according to you, men are broke. Then you say that men should get a personality. Get a personality because men don't have anything to talk about. Sometimes you women don't have anything to talk about. Some of you women talk about nothing. Just like now, talking about nothing. It's funny how women want communication. They complain that men don't communicate with them. But at the same time, a lot of times when we do communicate, there's nothing to talk about because you talk about nothing. So why would we communicate when there's nothing to talk about and you women talking about nothing? You said get a personality and you said read a book. How many of you women actually read a book? Put in comments, women, the last book that you read. Put in comments right now the last book that you read. It was probably something 20 years ago. But speaking of books, I want you to check out my new hit novel, The Third Rail. The Third Rail, written by me, Tommy Handsome. The Third Rail, available on Amazon.com. Click the link in the description below and get your copy today. Online dating will never be the same. Online dating can get you killed. My new hit suspense thriller, The Third Rail, get your copy today. Now going back to Patty. Patty, you are so upset. Patty, I get it. You got all dressed up. You didn't want to go where he wanted to go. So you decided to keep your clothes and your makeup on and do this video bashing black men. Because that's all you got to do. So when this video is over, when you stop doing the video, you can take off your clothes, take off your makeup, put on whatever you put on when you go to bed, and cry and soak. And that's what you're going to do. Women today always trying to be cute. Women today always try to get the upper hand. But when it's all over and that video is done, you're going to take off your clothes, put it on the hanger, you're going to wipe off all that makeup, take off that hair or whatever you have up there, and then you're going to go watch TV, put your thumb in your mouth, and go cry yourself to sleep. So, Patty, you get this week's Stomp Award. Ladies, gentlemen, when unfiltered analysis of videos just like this one, the subscription is growing. Subscribe to my channel. Become a handsome maniac. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell for future notifications. That way you are notified when the video comes out each and every week. Don't forget to leave a comment and let's get the conversation started. You're watching Rewind.